expect more than likely, it's almost a guarantee at this point, less monthly revenue. They're not pulling in the same amount of business as usual.
Yeah.
Do you suggest any, just strategy or just, to pinpoint any key metrics or KPIs that businesses can keep an eye on to ensure some form of sustainability, knowing that they can't really rely on what that the monthly sales look like?
Yeah, I think I would approach the question in two ways. The first one is actually kind of not the answer that you're asking for, but I think it should be said to put it in the head of people. The second one, I'll get to these ideas. I have a list here that I'll run through with different types of metrics and KPIs that people can start looking at now. So I think the first way to answer that question is when we've seen these types of external shocks in the marketplace, like when we see what we call them in the research literature is exogenous shocks. They're things that happen in the environment that as a business owner you just don't have control over. In my opinion, it just based off my lifetime, what it appears to be is these are kind of once in a decade type things that happen. So in my lifetime, it's been 9/11. It's been the Great Recession, 08, 09, 2010, and then it's been coronavirus. Those are my three big events, and they seem to space themselves out once in a decade where these are just things that you're not going to have control over. When these types of things happen, we see two things happen. The first is innovation while it's happening. So you're seeing this, like you are seeing some really, really innovative ideas happening at types of businesses to keep themselves in business now. The one restaurant that me and my girlfriend really love is a pizza place out in Cape Coral. So they've gone to a complete to-go model, but they're a bar that's really well known for cocktails. So what they're doing is they're selling cocktail kits now. You'll get the entire bottle of liquor with their kind of pre-made mix, which is really like the thing that you're going for. That's their differentiating factor. And they're like, you can't have it here, but we'll sell it to you for a pretty decent price too, and take it home with you. They're saying you can make 15, 20 drinks at home with it, pay us $100. Like that is a really cool revenue stream. And it's a super innovative thing. I personally, I wouldn't have thought about that, but I don't own a restaurant either. So, I'm not really in that space. So I think you're seeing that happening. The other thing then that you see after these things pass is you see that new normal emerge, and you see a ton of opportunities that start emerging after the fact. And that's what I had this discussion with my students yesterday in class, virtually, obviously. But if you are a business owner, if you're someone interested in startups, if you're someone that considers himself an entrepreneur, most likely you have that mindset where you're not looking at this as the end all be all. You're just going out of business, packing it up, and you're done. Most likely what you're looking at this as is a huge opportunity, not just now, because there's obviously opportunities now given what's going on, but after the fact. Like, what do things look like after the fact, and what types of opportunities will be kind of out there and created because businesses are more concerned about sanitation. Restaurants are maybe under stricter sanitation laws and regulations, things that businesses don't necessarily have control over, but create opportunities for other people. So I think that's the first way to answer that question is there are things that you can be doing now. There's things that you can be doing to plan for the future. And that might mean, you're changing your business model. It could mean a very big pivot to something completely new.